everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about all of the fragrances that I wore last week. So I almost for a second forgot what I was here to talk about. I mean, you guys will probably catch that. I've got a ton of fragrances to share with you this week because I tested so many samples. I tested most of my CJ Scents samples, and I tested one from the scent mail that I got the other week, and I also tested one from my fragrance nut order, plus just all of the fragrances that I wore. So yeah, I've got a ton. I'm gonna jump right in. So as always, I will leave the samples for the end of the video for those of you that are not interested in those, and I will go through all the full bottles first. So the first one that I wore is this one here. This is YSL Manifesto. This one, I'm 99% sure that this is a real perfume. I bought this off of Mercari, and it looks exactly like my Manifesto with the purple around here, but this is red. So before I bought this, I did some research to make sure, because they had it listed. I forget how they had the listing on Mercari listed, but I want to say that they maybe had it listed as a limited edition. I can't totally remember, but I did some research prior to buying it and found that apparently they did do a red version for the Middle Eastern market, I believe is what I read. So then after I got it in the mail, I started looking at it, and it's like a touch different here and there from my other, the one with the purple around it. And so I went back to try to research it again to try to pull up what I had read before, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And a subscriber had said that she had bought it from Mercari too, which made me feel so bad because I felt like, oh my gosh, I am the reason somebody else maybe bought a fake perfume. So she actually, I believe she called customer service and asked if they ever did a red version of it, and they told her yes, that they did. So I'm pretty sure between both of our research, I'm quite sure it is an authentic bottle of perfume, but I don't know. There was a little question because, you know, I'm not nervous when I buy used bottles of perfume off of Mercari, but this wasn't used. This was new in the box, and so it made me nervous. But anyways, that was a long story. It smells exactly like my other bottle of Manifesto. I'm like 99.9% sure that this is authentic. It smells amazing. I love it, and I felt like I needed to get into this bottle because I had only worn it one other time before, and I don't know that I even fully gave it a full wear test. I feel like I just sprayed it like on my hand or something and left it, but I feel like I needed to get this going, you know, just get it moving, because this is a fragrance that as time goes on, the tonka bean in it really deepens and it gets richer and just, it gets better. So I felt like I needed to get this one moving so I can get that process going of it starting to age some. But yeah, it's amazing, and it smells incredible. I love Manifesto. It's one of my favorite perfumes of life. It just makes me so happy. It doesn't perform great in the heat though. I couldn't smell it very well. It was pretty warm out still when I wore this, and I couldn't smell it very well in the heat, but I do adore this perfume. So anyways, that is YSL Manifesto. Next, I wore this little guy. This fragrance, I only have a little half-ounce bottle of this. This is M by Mariah Carey, and this is such a strange little perfume. This, if I remember correctly, this has got like some kind of sea or aquatic notes in it. It's got marshmallow in it. It's got some flowers. It's a little bit smoky. It's a little bit woody, but it's really sweet. This one is a real hit or miss for people. You either really, really love this or really, really don't like it at all. I happen to really love it. And yeah, I try to only wear this about once a year because, again, I only have a half-ounce bottle. I'm pretty sure this is still pretty widely available, but I don't know. I am happy with my little bottle. This one is deepened up a lot as well and aged really well too. And so I really just want to savor my little 1/2 ounce bottle. I don't know that this is one that I would repurchase. It's not like that amazing, but yeah, I will savor my little bottle and hopefully I'll be able to hang on to it for another, I don't know, 10 years or so if I just wear it like once a year. So anyways, that is M by Mariah Carey. And this is the time of year that I usually pull this out, is when it's transitioning into fall, is when I really like to pull this out and wear it. That's when I always kind of crave it. So anyways, that is M by Mariah Carey. Next, I've got this beauty. This was sent over by a subscriber as well, and I am obsessed with this perfume. It is stunning. This is Hermes 24 Faubourg. This is the Eau de Parfum formulation. I mean, just look at the color of the liquid. This is another one that I am definitely going to hold on to for as long as I can. I'll see if I can find a replacement bottle of it for a good price. I love this. This is so old school. It's so vintage smelling. It's a beautiful vintage style white floral. It's got jasmine and ylang ylang in it, orange blossom, gardenia, amber, patchouli. It's so good. It's one of those perfumes that you would think has like carnation in it and maybe some spices. It's got that kind of it's got that vintage scent profile to it, but it is mostly just like a sweet vintage style white floral. I love it. It's beautiful. I think that this one will do best in the cold weather. It was pretty warm out when I wore it, and it went pretty sweet in the heat. I don't know that I've ever worn it in the heat before, but I was just craving it, and so I sprayed it on. And yeah, it did go pretty sweet in the heat, but it was still amazing. It was still beautiful. I enjoyed every second of it. And yeah, it's just a stunning perfume. Allegedly, this was one of Princess Diana's favorite perfumes, so which makes me love it even more. And yeah, it's just a stunning fragrance. So anyways, that is Hermes 24 Faubourg. Next, I wore this beauty. I've got some more scent mail coming from the person who sent me this. I love this fragrance. I love it so much. This is Kenzo Amour. Oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful, soft, kind of slightly powdery, sweet, cozy, vanillic perfume, and I just adore it. It's funny because I always wanted a full bottle. I knew that once I went through my pen spray I was gonna get a full bottle, so I was just so happy and grateful to have gotten this in the mail. Oh, it's gorgeous. This has got a rice note in it. It's got some heliotrope in it as well, which gives it this really beautiful, soft, cozy powderiness. It's got frangipani in it, it's sweet, and it's got tons of vanilla in it. And I just adore this. I love this perfume so much. I wore this and it's not like, I can't remember. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty warm out still, and I wore this and it did beautifully in the heat. It doesn't perform very well in super high heat. I have tried it in super high heat as well, and it doesn't perform well in super high heat. But now that it's starting to cool down, like getting into the 70s, 80s, it's beautiful. I can't wait for like proper cold weather because it is stunning in cold weather. It performs better in cold weather, and it's just such a beautiful, cozy perfume. So anyways, that is Kenzo Amour. Okay, next we've got this beauty here. This is Penhaligon's. This is from the Portraits line, and this one is called Clandestine Clara. Oh my gosh, this is such a stunning perfume. This to me leans pretty masculine though. And the longer that I have it and the more that it kind of deepens up, the more masculine it is leaning. So Clandestine Clara it's kind of spiced. It's got patchouli in it, it's got rum in it, it's got amber in it, it's got some vanilla in it. It's really beautiful. Again, the longer that I've had it, the more it is starting to lean masculine. So I think from here on out when I wear this, because when I did wear it this past week, it did go very, very masculine on me. I felt like I had sprayed on one of my husband's colognes. It could just be me too. It could be my skin chemistry has changed and it's not pulling out the sweetness the way that it used to, and my skin chemistry is making it go masculine. That's probably what's happening. which is fine. I'll work with it. I'll probably end up just layering this with some kind of a beautiful vanilla. I'm gonna pick up some Couture Sud Pacifique fragrances soon, and I feel like a Couture Sud Pacifique vanilla fragrance would be gorgeous layered with this. So yeah, I've kind of got that in mind as far as how to make this work. How to continue to make this work for me. But anyways, stunning perfume, beautiful bottle. I absolutely love it. So that is Penhaligon's Clandestine Clara. And then the last full bottle that I wore is this one here. This is Juicy Couture Viva La Juicy Noir. I love this perfume. Oh, it's so fun. It smells like Viva La Juicy, but it's got a bunch of berries in it. It's got like sweet, juicy berries on the top. Tons of vanilla, kind of an ambery vanilla in the base. It smells like a Victoria's Secret perfume or something. In fact, it reminds me a little bit of my my Victoria's Secret pink perfume. I think that's what it's called, pink. It reminds me a little bit of that. It's very, very sweet. This one doesn't perform great in the heat, which is why I usually don't pull it out in the heat, but I'm so ready for fall and I'm so ready to start wearing like heavier fragrances that I've just been pulling them out and wearing them anyways, even though they don't perform very well in the heat. And this one really doesn't. I can get, I don't know, a few hours out of this in the heat and then it's completely gone. It does, in the colder weather, I can get 5 or 6 hours. So anyways, that is Viva La Juicy Noir from Juicy Couture. I wore a new lotion this week, so I picked up this little guy here. This is from Hermes, and this is the Pumpkin Spice and Vanilla Chai Herbal Body Moisturizer. It is a limited edition. They come out with something like this every year. I kind of have like a love-hate relationship with Hermes. I love the consistency of their lotions. They sink right into your skin and they moisturize really, really well. And they are relatively clean. So yeah, but there is always something kind of off about the way that they smell. And not off in a bad way, but they never really smell like what the name is. So this one is very, very cinnamon heavy, which, do not get me wrong, I love cinnamon. So this will be great layered under perfumes with the cinnamon note in them. This would be great under the Clandestine Clara, which I believe has a cinnamon note in it. It would be great under Givenchy Organza Incense. And that's basically it. It basically smells kind of like a sweet, creamy cinnamon lotion, which again is perfectly fine. And it was really beautiful, but the scent also does wear off pretty quickly. So you'll be able to smell it for, I don't know, maybe 3-ish hours or so after you put it on, and then it's just gonna kind of wear off. But yeah, so every once in a while I will pick these up. Sometimes I really love them. This one is perfectly fine, but it just doesn't smell like pumpkin spice or vanilla chai. So anyways, that is a little lotion that I wore. Okay, let's get into the samples that I went through. So I went through the entire sample of the Couture Sud Pacifique Vanille Cafe. I need to hurry up and go through and test the other 3 or 4 samples that I am looking at buying full bottles of to see. I have a feeling like they're all going to dry down to just the same vanilla scent, and then whatever the supporting notes are not gonna be there. And so they'll all end up smelling exactly the same in the dry down. I need to test them all to make sure before I just like haul off and buy more than one, if really all I need is one, if that makes any sense. But anyways, yeah, Vanille Cafe, this is beautiful. This one is coffee extract, green almond, benzoin siam, cedar, vanilla absolute, and white musks. And it's stunning. And this one actually lasted, I think I got about 6 hours out of this before I was able to apply something else. And even when I did apply something else, I want to say I put on one of the CJ scents, which that would go really well with it. So, but anyways, I do think that I got maybe about 6 hours out of it. It's beautiful. My lovely friend has a bottle of it for sale on her Poshmark, which I'm going to definitely check out soon. If after I need to test those other ones though first to make sure that I only need one. If I only need one, I may as well just get this one because she's got it. So anyways, that is Comme Towards Sud Pacifique Vanille Cafe. Really, really beautiful. Okay, let's talk about, actually before I get into all the CJ scents, let's talk about the only other sample that I tried that is not a CJ scents. Yeah, this came from a subscriber from my smelly mail, and this is the I hope I'm saying that right, Juice Parfums Accident à la Vanille. Such a stunning fragrance. This is beautiful. It's just a ton of vanilla. I think a little bit of sandalwood and a little bit of styrax, and that's it. Just, it's beautiful. This one is very, very unisex. I could definitely see a man wearing this. The woodiness gives it just a hint of a masculine edge. This is one that maybe one day I will pick up a full bottle of it. It's absolutely full bottle worthy to me. I want to say I got maybe 4-ish hours out of it or so. But of course, that's with a dabber though. I feel like when you spray a perfume on, something about spraying it on makes it last longer. I don't know what it is. It could just be in my head, but I feel like when I dab these perfumes on, I don't know, I just feel like it helps my skin to like eat the perfume more because it doesn't really get on your clothing. It mostly is just getting onto your skin and evaporating away. You know, after so much time. So yeah, we'll just have to see if I ever come across a full bottle of this, or if I ever get a wild hair. Maybe one of these days I will pick up a full bottle. It's a stunner. So anyways, that is Juice Parfums Accident à la Vanille. Okay, and then let's talk about the CJ Scents fragrances. So these are in no particular order. I tested all of them. I went through the entire 1 ml perfume. That's another thing I love about this house is that they are spray perfumes and they perform incredibly well. A lot of times with these little indie houses, their oils perform better than the sprays. These alcohol-based perfume samples, even coming out of a little dabber, so I can only imagine what the spray perfume would be like. Even coming out of the little dabber, they perform amazingly. Like I can't say enough good things about them. So anyways, the first one we're gonna talk about is this one here. This is called Hookah. And Hookah is, gosh, these are so good, you guys. I can't wait. I'm about to put in an order for a couple of full bottles. There are definitely, I think, 2 that I feel like I must have full bottles of. So Hookah is amber, pipe tobacco, jasmine, honey, apple, and vanilla. And it's really, really beautiful. I get the apple is the most prominent note to me in this one. And it's like this beautiful honeyed apple. It's really sweet and beautiful smelling. It's as if you had a plate of like fresh cut Granny Smith apple wedges in front of you and then just drizzled them with honey. Or maybe a red delicious apple, maybe not Granny Smith, maybe more of like a red delicious apple. And then, but drizzled with honey. And then the pipe tobacco grounds it. It gives it a little bit of, an earthiness. It's really beautiful. This is not one that I feel like I need a full bottle of. But it is a stunner, and I think a lot of people would really, really love this. I love it. It's just not one that I feel like I need. So anyways, that is Hookah. Okay, and then we've got this one here called Puff. And Puff is apricot powder, white musk, and vanilla. And this one is really, really beautiful. I like it better in the dabber than I did on my skin. On my skin, it ended up smelling something like Lush Rockstar. But in the dabber, it doesn't really. It kind of resembles it a little bit, but in the dabber, a lot more of the clean white musk comes through. And I think it's something about how the white musk and the apricot blend on my skin that gives it that kind of rock star smell. It's really beautiful. I think if you had the right skin chemistry for this, which I don't, I think it would be amazing on. But yeah, this is one that just wasn't great on me. So anyways, that is Puff. Next is, this one is amazing, and I don't know if I need to order a sample of the Vanilla Autumn Nights before I order a full bottle of this. We'll see. But this one is called Vanilla Autumn, and this one is basically, it's like vanilla, spices, and musk. Oh, it is so beautiful. The musk really brightens it up, but in a soft, skin-like way. Not like in a citrusy way or a fruity way. It just brings some lightness to it. And then just this beautiful like vanilla extract, sweet vanilla. And some kind of indistinct spices. Nothing that's gonna actually smell really spicy to your nose, but enough that it brings some body to it. It's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning on. For being a vanilla perfume, it lasted a really long time. I think I got 6 hours out of this maybe, and again, that's with a dabber. It's just a stunning perfume. I have a feeling that the Vanilla Autumn Nights would be amazing too. Vanilla Autumn Nights is this same perfume, but with amber and incense in the base, which I feel like would just be wow. So anyways, yeah, this is one that I am definitely considering a full bottle of. I'm definitely gonna order 2 full bottles, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the second one. Or I may just go ahead and order the Vanilla Autumn Nights, we'll see. Okay, next we've got this one here. This is called Ginger Chai, and ginger chai is amazing. This is gingerbread tea, chai spices, and blood orange. And this one, it's so good. This is another one that it's a toss-up between this one and the Vanilla Autumn as to which one I'm gonna end up with a full bottle of. I think the Vanilla Autumn, just because, I don't know why. And then the person who turned me on to this house, the person who recommended this house to me, said that she's already been through a full 15 ml bottle of the pumpkin tobacco, which now I feel like I need that too. And she's the one that told me how amazing Boo was, and I am obsessed with Boo. So yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like maybe I should just forego my choices and go with the pumpkin tobacco, just blind buy a full bottle of it, because I'm sure she said Boo was like the best one, and I totally agree. So I'm sure, I feel like I need to follow her lead with this one. Yeah, but anyways, Boo, I wore this one last week. This is such an amazing pumpkin perfume, you guys. It's probably the best pumpkin-based perfume I've ever smelled. It smells like creamy pumpkin, but without making you smell like a candle or like a home fragrance. It smells like something that's meant to be a perfume. This one I will be purchasing a full bottle of in the next 2 days probably. So anyways, that is Boo. And then I had one home fragrance empty, one candle empty, and that was this one here. This is Toasted Fireside. So I've been through 2 of these Toasted Fireside candles. This is from Ulta. It's an Ulta brand candle. And this one is beautiful. When this one is lit and is burning, it ends up smelling, this one ends up smelling like straight up sweet pipe tobacco. Like sweet pipe tobacco and maybe a touch of vanilla. It's beautiful. It smells up the entire house. It's amazing. I love these candles. I'm glad that I took a chance on them, because I wouldn't pay more than $10 for one, but because you can get a Bath & Body Works candle for, you know, right around the same price. But yeah, I definitely think if you find them on sale at Ulta for $10 or less, highly recommend them. They're really good. So anyways, that is Toasted Fireside. And that is gonna be it, guys. Those are all of the fragrances that I wore last week. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.